It's your man Dominic back again. New episode back coming to you. We here to talking sports. We talking NBA. You already know what it is. I got my man Ray. I got my man Ant here. We here to talk about what's going on in the NBA. We got some interesting stuff for you today. So to get right down to it, who made the All-Star team? Who was All-Star selected? Who was the snubs? That's who we going to look at. Why we say that certain people didn't make the team, certain people made the team that we didn't think should be on the team. So let's take a look at it. At the end of the day, we're gonna start with Ray. Who you like from the All-Star team? Like, we have the All-Star selections that are up there, the 2022 NBA All-Star game. How do you feel about the NBA starters?
Okay, so let's examine the West if we can.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got Bron, Steph, Andrew Wiggins, and the Joker, bro. Now, I agree with 4 of those starters.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with 4 of them. But Andrew Wiggins, I didn't even think he was going to make the All-Star team. He's a starter.
The hell?
He's only, listen, he has became a great role player. I think the Warriors need him to win a championship. I would love to have him on my team, but he's no damn All-Star, period. I don't think so. So that's
he's
my biggest problem right now.
I'm trying to think. Points.
18 points, yeah.
He's
18.
only averaging 18.
Nope.
18 what? 5?
No, 18.2.
I think,
barely
right?
18 points. He's barely.
I'm talking about the assists. Like assists, he only averaging like 4.
He's averaging 2 assists.
Yeah. But I was surprised. I was surprised when I found out in threes he shoots 41% from the field. Now that's a good thing. But still, I don't think he should have been a starter.
Yeah.
So I'm really surprised by him making the team in general. I am comfortable with the other 4. Like Steph Curry's having a great year, possibly the MVP. In my eyes, I think he will be MVP. LeBron, he's doing it in year 19. Yeah, we're going to always say, come on, he's getting older, but whatever. He's still averaging 27, 28 a game.
And LeBron James is averaging 29.1 points.
Come on, man.
That's at 37. At 37. At 37 years old, still dominating like he's 18 again.
Exactly. And then Jokic.
That's crazy.
7.8 rebounds.
And then Jokic. Jokic was last year's MVP. He's playing great. He's probably the best big man besides Joel Embiid in the league right now. All right, now we're gonna look at the East because you said you want my opinion for both of the starters. Starting, we got KD. KD obviously it should be a starter. The other starters. Who are the other starters again?
Giannis,
Joel,
Giannis,
and Trae Young. And DeMar
DeRozan. All right.
And Trae Young, out of all of them, Trae Young is the youngest starter out of 5 of them. The youngest.
So for Trae Young, he's having a great season. I don't know if he should be a starter. I think Zach Levine should be a starter. And DeMar DeRozan. Both of them. I know DeMar DeRozan is starting, which is good. I know he's starting, but I think I would like Zach Levine and him starting at the same time. Trae Young, he's a starter, but I don't think he deserves to be a starter this year. But the rest of the team, I like it, man. They all played well and they all deserve to be starters.
Okay, yeah. What's your breakdown? Who you have? Who you like?
Well, I'm gonna go with the East first. Not happy with one person that did not get in as a starter or a reserve. Now I'm cool with Durant, Giannis, Joel, DeMar DeRozan, and Trae Young. I think Trae Young should have been a starter because he's a good point guard.
Over Zach?
Zach, Zach's not a he's not the point, is he?
Trae Young right now is
But I
averaging
mean,
27.9, 9.3 assists, and 4 rebounds. And you
but
know how he shoots well for the
is
field.
Zach a
Okay.
point guard though? Because you know the lineup: point guard,
Well,
shooting guard,
it's
small
just two
forward.
guards. You don't always have to have two
Yeah.
point guards or two shooting guards. It's just guard.
Oh,
Because
guard. Okay.
Zach
Okay.
Levine is averaging 24.7,
Well, I don't.
4.3 assists, and 4.8 rebounds.
But I'm not talking about as a starter from who has the most stats. I'm talking about as a starter, as in who can facilitate the game more, which is Trae Young out there on that floor.
Okay, I give you
I
that.
mean, in a lineup
plays
stance,
around him
he
the
is.
ball.
But
Yeah.
you got to remember,
but-
Anthony, they got the captains, and the captains are going to select the teams. So you
Yeah,
may
right.
So you
Right.
may not,
But-
you didn't need to have. So that's where it was better off going by who is having the better season. I mean, let's be honest. Trae Young is the only all-star on his team, and he is the only guy on his team. And whereas Zach Levine has DeMar DeRozan, so their numbers are kind of coincide together. So I can understand. And remember, it's the fans vote. The fans are 50% of the vote.
Right.
Fans vote 50%. The fans are 50%. 25% goes to the media. 25% goes to the players. So this is kind of who, within that collecting situation, that's who is there. I just don't know how many fans was really voting for Andrew Wiggins. I just really?
Yeah. But for the reserves, I don't agree with. I think
Devin Booker should have been started.
I think Jaylen Brown should have been voted in as a reserve over Darius Garland, personally. He's averaging 23 points a game right now. And every night he's giving us 20 to 30 points. That's just, that's just my opinion. Don't get me wrong, Darius Garland is a good player. He's been having, good games lately, but from a voting standpoint, I think, Jaylen Brown should have got in at least as a
but look at Cleveland though. Look what Cleveland look. The reason why I'm gonna say because look at Cleveland.
Allen should have been in over Darius Garland. Let's be honest.
No.
Jared Allen should have been in this All-Star game over Darius Garland. You can't take a point guard out for a center, bro. Yeah, you can. I mean, because remember, the reserves are picked different than the way that they pick the starters. So I'm just saying, from that team, it should have been. Like, to be honest, the East reserves.
What about Van Fleet? What about
Zach Levine? Zach Levine is the only person out of the reserves that was a lot. Because if I
Van Fleet deserved to get in as a reserve.
But he's not over Garland numbers. He's not over Garland to me. To me, Garland playing better than Van Fleet. If anything, put Jared Allen over Van Fleet.
Put Jaylen Brown over Garland.
So right now, if you
have 30 points a night,
the reason why I say I can't
30 points a night
is because of the Celtics this year.
Jaylen Brown is 24 points. Jaylen Brown is 24 points, over 6.5 rebounds. And
Darius is only averaging 19 a game.
Only averaging 19. Just because their team is high in the West, I would say that.
But it all depends on the votes. It all depends on the votes. But
this is the coaches' picks. The coaches pick the reserves.
But for the starters,
James Harden. I mean, he is averaging 10 assists. I mean, I guess you got to give it to him.
Yeah, stop it. Don't say no foolishness. Stop it. He should
I looked at it and I changed my mind. I can't.
I'm going to go ahead and say
Jimmy Butler is one of those guys that you look at and you go, okay.
Over Hero?
Yeah.
Over Hero?
Yeah. It's Jimmy Butler's team.
I think so.
That's Jimmy Butler's team. Jimmy Butler's the man on that team.
Butler is the franchise, Mr. Max did.
Even though he missed games, I mean, to be honest, I don't think you had to select anybody off of that Miami Heat team because all the main guys was injured. If you're not selecting Bam Adebayo, you're not selecting Jimmy Butler, I don't think you need to do much. Chris Middleton, Y'all really think
Definitely.
Chris Middleton should have been an All-Star?
Definitely. I think
Over
so.
LaMelo Ball?
Yeah,
No,
that's crazy. That's the question.
not over LaMelo. I would take LaMelo over Van Fleet if I had to choose.
I would have done that too, because I'm like,
LaMelo
damn,
over
Yeah.
Van Fleet.
he getting numbers, but his team is they
Yeah.
ain't that great.
No. What about
Somebody
Miles
gonna get
Bridges?
numbers. Somebody gonna get
Miles
numbers.
Bridges.
Miles
Which one?
Bridges.
Miles Bridges. No, I don't think Miles Bridges did enough yet.
Not
Nah?
yet. Yeah, not
I don't
yet.
think not yet.
Not yet.
I don't think Miles Bridges should make it over.
Give it
Jaylen
another
Brown.
year. Give it another season.
I don't. Let
Give
me
it
look
another
at
season.
the Eastern standards.
That's
The
fair.
East standings.
That's
I
fair.
want to get into
That's
the.
fair.
I want to get into the West real quick. I wanted to give you all my take on
Yeah,
the West.
go ahead.
I'm gonna say Wiggins as a starter, a definite no for me, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't think he should have been voted in as a starter. I
What
think
about a reserve? I don't think as a reserve either.
no, I don't think as a reserve, but for the reserves, I would have voted in DeJuante Murray over Draymond Green. Draymond Green's only averaging 7. He's only averaging 7 a game, and DeJuante Murray 19 a game. But even though Green is a defensive guy,
I'm glad you brought that up. Draymond the other day announced on NBA TNT that if he has a choice, because he can't play because he's injured, he will give up his spot to Murray.
yeah,
He said if he has a choice.
a good young
'Cause he
player.
can't play in the
Murray's
All-Star
having
game.
a good season. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But other than that, everybody else is averaging, over 20. Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Paul, Cat. I agree with them as a reserve. So, but Wiggins, get him out of here. What the hell?
What about Jared Jackson from
He should have got the nod over somebody in that group.
Jared Jackson.
That was an atrocity. That Chris Paul and actually, to be honest with you, Devin Booker or Chris Paul should be starting over Andrew Wiggins. That's just the case. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins shouldn't even be there.
Yeah.
And you have Luka. You have Luka coming in, Devin Booker coming in. Those are the only two other guys that between Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and Luka Doncic are the only 3 guys that I'm like, yeah, these guys are all-stars. Donovan Mitchell, you can give him the nod. There is rumors that's going on in Utah between him and Rudy Gobert. Karl-Anthony Towns is playing okay. He's playing pretty solid. Needs to do a little more.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, so it's like, there's some improvement. And I just want to say this. Listen, the difference between the standings in the East is literally a 5-game difference.
Yeah.
Literally, it's a 5-game difference. So to me, I feel like you can throw out the Eastern Conference standings out the window a little bit more when you have guys that are looking at the door. Because to me, if you're going to make an all-star over another guy, you should be dominating out the water. And I do think Jaylen Brown could have been an all-star this year. He should have gotten the nod. He should have got the nod because he's been an all-star before,
Yeah, he should have got in at least as a reserve. I'm sorry, I would have took him over Darius.
I would have took him over Darius. I would have took him over Fred VanVleet.
I would have took Brown over Darius or James Harden. One of those two. Everybody else stays. Zach Levine stays.
Not James Harden. Not James Harden. I don't think James Harden.
Not James. James gets
or Van Fleet or Van Fleet too. I would have.
Yeah, no, it would have been.
That's who I would have had to choose them between the 3.
It would have been Fred VanVleet. And you know what it is? This is the knock on Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown needs to do better facilitating because he should be averaging a few more assists. Yeah. That would give him the nod a little bit more because at the end of the day, Jimmy Butler is making it because he's on the Heat team. But at the end of the day, he's averaging 21, 6, and 6. And just because you're Jaylen Brown, you're averaging 24 points a game. And, you're averaging about 6. You're matched with him on rebounds, but you're not matched with him on assists. You got half the assists. So sometimes that's what hurts him.
Right, but Jaylen Brown, Right. But Brown, he's not going to want to do that because he's ball hungry. He wants to, score 30 points a night. Like he
Yeah.
wants the whole
Yeah, but
meal,
he's
and
not.
everybody
You're
else
not
that's sitting
getting
at the
30
table
every
with him to
night.
get crumbs.
You,
20,
he, he,
20 on the average between 25 and 30
Jaylen Brown need to
a
step up
game.
his rebound game. Jaylen Brown, you want to start making all-star appearances? You want that more on a regular basis? You want to show that you're that guy that should be an all-star starter one day? You need to start dominating. Even Tatum. Tatum just got in off of the skin of his teeth. Let's just be honest. They both, Jason Tatum barely got in, and he's getting in because he's a couple-time all-star. And Chris
And he's a
Middleton,
franchise too. He's the
yeah,
franchise of the
he's a
Yeah, he's a
franchise, but
franchise.
he's getting
franchise
in
guy's
because
gonna get in.
he's just getting in because he's been an all-star the last few years, and it just feels weird not to have him as an all-star. But he needs to do more because he needs to get his assists up a little bit more. At least get your assists to 6 assists a game. Everything else is pretty fine. Almost the 26 points,
Yeah.
8.5 rebounds. Everything else is pretty good there.
Well, Brown's not gonna do that. He just wants to score. That's all he wants to do.
Yeah, that's
He's
the
not gonna
issue.
do that right now.
Biggest all-star snubs besides the ones we said from the East. Anybody got who's their biggest all-star snubs?
The only person. Go ahead, Ray.
I'm trying to think. LaMelo is definitely the biggest one. I personally thought Miles Bridges he had a chance. Jared Allen from the Cavs.
Jared
that's
Allen
pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
Well, for me, I
Jared
only
Allen.
got three. I only got three people already said them. LaMelo, Jaylen Brown, and DeJounte Murray. Otherwise, the list is fine.
Hello?
Yeah, was it his?
Yeah,
I thought it was mine. Yeah, his thing froze.
His thing froze.
We have to cut that out.
Let's leave it. So we got that going on. We're gonna have to have him come out and come back in. All right.
Yeah.
So you heard it here first. Let's hear Talking Sports. Let me get rid of his thing here. We get rid of the thing here. All right, you back.
Oh, he's back.
All right,
he's back.
Oh shit!
Back.
My internet.
No, you're all right. You're all right.
Okay.
You just finishing your thought process on that.
What happened, dude?
Well, finish your thought process on it.
Oh no, I was just saying. I only had three guys I felt should have made it: LaMelo, Jaylen Brown, and DeJounte Murray on the West. And a few people I don't think should have been in the All-Star over those three guys.
All right, Ray, what's your thoughts? Final thoughts?
My final thought is, it has to go off to Andrew Wiggins because I don't think anybody knew that he was going to make the team. Me personally, I was one of those people. But you know what? Good for him.
Yeah, me too.
That he's in the All-Star game. I guess it is a great experience. It's something he can add to his resume. I kind of wish LaMelo made it because the whole league has been witnessing greatness. Yeah. But I think this year is going to be pretty fun. I'm a fan of any NBA All-Star game, so I'm excited to watch this year.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
What people do.
Me too. Most definitely. And this is Wiggins' first appearance, right?
Yeah, this is his first one.
Yeah, he did. At least the least we could say about him is that he improved his game. He's averaging his three-point percentage is 41%. That's more than LaMelo, DeJounte, and what's the other guy said? And Jaylen. He's shooting better than him. So it's crazy,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, and
41%.
And he's gonna quiet because he came into the league. People were like, we expected him to be one of the best, and years went by, and we're like, oh, he's not even gonna be that good, and now he's an all-star. So he shut me up. He shut a few people up.
Yeah,
so
he shut me up.
my
Definitely.
hats off to him.
Yeah. Only
so we got to put respect on his name now.
Respect on that man's name, man.
Andrew Wiggins, an all-star. So we gotta say that like that. I felt like DeAndre Ayton if you're gonna put Andrew Wiggins, you could put DeAndre Ayton up on there in the All-Star game. But you heard it here, Talkin Sports. Stay tuned for another episode where we talk about trade seasons. You heard it here, your man Anthony, your man Ray. Stay tuned. Next episode coming up right next. All right. Peace.